I love how, for some utterly arbitrary reason, Link just, like, put his hands up and let himself be captured. You know, he could have totally fought that guard off if he wanted to.
Now I'm just imagining Link sitting in the corner playing a harmonica solemnly.
They forgot to take all of my stuff. How convenient.
Chrono Trigger syndrome.
Yep.
Maybe we should have confiscated
they
the
took all your
hook
stuff. They just put it in a chest in front of your cell.
No, not the first time you got kidnapped. That time they just let you have your sword.
I love how I love how all of these other guys are just put in perfectly normal jail cells with locks and bars and stuff, but they take special measures for you. They throw you in a room that has no doors and one window 50 feet in the air.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, he did just brutally murder about 15 of these people's guards. I wouldn't be giving him the best quarters either.
Ted, you keep the M word out of Nintendo. Didn't murder anybody. You just
knocked him unconscious.
I'm pretty sure that arrow went straight through her cranium.
And it knocked her unconscious. No need to worry.
We got everyone out of Station Square just in time. Thunk. Right through the chest.
Yeah, she's totally still alive.
Of course.
Of course, look at the stars around her head.
Pretty sure those are flies, Johnny.
You don't
Right
have
through the
those
neck.
when you're dead.
She didn't notice. Oh, god damn it. Oh, whatever.
There's a very loud mosquito in here.
Right in the head.
Jesus.
So how much more wandering around are we going to do?
Not
now
too
that I
much.
think about it, I don't think I got caught a single time while I was doing this the first time.
Yeah, I just kind
Probably one
of.
or two times for me.
Yeah,
I
just
got
a
caught
bit
quite
lost.
a few times because I didn't know the correct way I should get in the first time I played.
I always
if you
forget where the last
If
guy
you
is.
miss and hit the wall, will they notice?
Nope.
No, of course not.
Yeah, that would take some programming. We can't have
Metal Gear
that.
Solid
in a
did.
video game.
Well, Metal Gear Solid was also a game based around stealth. This is a stealth section shoehorned in because every game needs a stealth section.
Wind Waker's is still worse. At least this is quick and easy.
Well, Wind Waker only has one stealth section, and you also do it at the very beginning of the
And
game.
it's way too
But it
long.
drags.
I remember that. It was terrible.
One of the few reasons I think this game is still better.
Because of that lone barrel selection.
No, the Great Sea just being way too big for its own good, and the oh so wonderful collecting of Triforce late in the game that drags the game to a freaking halt.
Valid point. I still think Wind Waker is quite enjoyable.
Oh, it still is, don't get me wrong, just those are the three main reasons I feel Ocarina of Time is just still
Ocarina of
better.
Time is better. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Damn, you were getting bitch slapped around like a little, well, bitch.
Well, I
With
see now who
scimitars.
wears the pants in Link's relationships. Meaning not Link, because he wears some sort of skirt thingy. That is definitely not pants.
Well, he's wearing pants underneath the skirt. Does that count?
No, those are tights, Louis.
Yeah.
Tights.
3, yeah.
What, is he just
4.
wearing leggings?
Sure, why
I
not?
think so.
And we saved all the carpenters.
So, we need the lens of truth to, like, get through wherever he was talking about. Man, he is such an enthusiastic power walker.
Yeah, I've seen your fine work. You did a great job of killing all of my best friends. I'm gonna let you go now.
And give you a pass so you can walk around.
Ah, logic. No one ever has logic.
Nope. Noburu is the second in command, although technically she's been missing for 7 years now.
I hope she comes back.
Soon. I think she's just not training to be Batman.
That's
more
your
year.
reason. That's your excuse for everything, Ryan.
Well, if anybody
someone goes
leaves
to the
for a
bath, If someone goes to the bathroom and is in there 5 minutes longer than you expect them to be, you think they're going to be Batman.
Okay, I'm not entirely sure what just happened. Why did this lady give us a pass card and shit?
Because we're awesome.
Because we broke into her base, freed all of their prisoners, and gave several concussions to all of their guards.
This one is still unconscious, even.
Congratulations, you broke the Gerudo Fortress world record of how many arrows can you insert into the guard's head. World record was previously 23, but you got a whopping 32. I'm impressed.
Yep.
Oh, you can't kill them anymore.
I'm on your side now, dipshit. No, Dumbfuck.
Dumbfuck, yeah.
What are these, frog people or something?
No,
God,
they're
that
just
face
women.
is creepy.
Just
I
women.
think they're supposed to be Middle Eastern or
Middle Eastern kind of gypsy people.
But
They don't
it's
look
the
Middle
N64.
Eastern. They
It's
look
the
like
N64, though.
They look like lizard people. Look at that face. That is a face not even a mother could love.
Well, wait, have the Garudas even been in any 3D Zelda games since Majora's Mask?
Well, there was the 3DS remake.
That
Well,
doesn't
yeah,
count.
yeah.
Well,
No, we
we'd
have-
at
we
least
really
get
haven't-
a better idea of what they're supposed to look like in that.
Yeah, they weren't in Wind Waker, they weren't in Twilight Princess, and they weren't in Skyward Sword. No, we haven't seen them with actual good graphics.
Well, the 3DS port.
Well, those are just enhanced
Well,
these
recreated
models.
from the ground up, you
Yeah.
should say. Well, technically 3DS to an extent, but he's right. Why does the predominantly female fortress look like it has two tits for a map on the right there? Or is that a controller?
That's supposed to be the track, but yeah.
It's a controller.
By the way, Ted, here you go.
Yay!
My not merciful.
Is this the music you were talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, Garudas Valley, like the only piece of music that's more than 30 seconds long that I actually like in this game.
And it finally got toppled by Kid Icarus Uprising as my favorite guitar piece in games.
Yeah. Still pretty kick-ass though.
Yeah.
When you think of Ocarina of Time, the two themes that immediately come to your head are Hyrule Field and this song. So
Yeah.
Not really Hyrule Field for me, just because I don't find it particularly memorable.
really,
Yeah, I think it's more the choice of instruments, where Hyrule Field has an instrument choice that's very similar to a lot of other Zelda songs, so it's not very distinct to me, as opposed to this song. Acoustic guitar isn't something that usually isn't in a Zelda game, but it fits here, and it's also different enough to make it distinct when compared to the other songs in this game and in other Zelda games.
Here's the required part for Lens of Truth. Have to follow this idiot around.
You thought you could sequence break, didn't you? Oh,
what they
fuck,
have.
man.
Yeah. There are ways around it, but for the sake of this playthrough, we're doing it the legit way.
Now, I don't mind this section, but where you have to follow the ghost, but in Majora's Mask, the section where you have to follow that butler is bullshit.
Yeah.
Well,
It's not
depends.
that hard, but
Are you trying to get the mask early as possible? Then yeah, it's bullshit. But if you wait until you get the bunny hood, it's not a problem at all.
yeah.
I don't know, it's just from a
Oh, I
lot.
remember these things from the first Zelda game, right?
Yes.
Yeah, those
Motherfuckers
are,
that would sink into the ground at random and then pop up directly underneath you.
Are we there yet, stupid ghosts?
it's
I
going
think
the most
you're
roundabout
le-
way.
I
It's
think
like
he's
it's using...
leading you in circles.
It is.
Let's make a trip to the convenience store first.
No, it's just using the GPS I keep in my car that makes me take 12 random turns that I don't need to take.
At last, we're there. And that ghost will never be seen from again.
What do you mean?
Now,
at the
you
next
can just go directly here, right? You just won't know how to get there.
I believe so.
Or at least that's how I remember it being.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, I thought it'd be programmed to prevent you from doing that.
I'm not entirely sure. It's been a while since I've messed around with it.
I think it needs you to walk a specific path. They'll give you a bit of leeway, but if you stray off of that path, like the path's hitbox, it'll reset you back to the beginning of the location. Because
So it's like,
I've seen tools at the speedruns ignore the ghost completely.
so it's like the Lost Woods, sorta.
Sorta, yeah. Okay. Do.
Now we need to find who's its face so we can get the transport song.
No, we need to go inside and then come back out.
Ow.
Which I am forgetting to do. Because
Why are you somersaulting through the sand? That stuff's gonna get all through your clothes and it's not gonna get out for weeks.
Yeah. This is one of those cases where me knowing too much about the game hurt my progress, because I know there's nothing I can do in there, so I don't go in, but I forget you need to go in and come back out to activate the cutscene.
Why are you playing Song of Storms?
Because you can fill up this lake and it'll sprout fairies, but for some reason it's not activating for me.
It's probably because you need to go in and out first.
Probably.
It's odd timing.
Okay, where are my fairies?
Stand in the middle of the lake when you try to fill it up. Genius!
Well, I don't know if it's just being picky or am I doing it wrong. Although, to be fair, using the Song of Storms one, that desert area we were just in actually is pretty good because the lightning flash will let you see where everything is. Because it's hard to tell with the sand blowing anyway.
Yeah.
You're not really losing any visibility with the rain.
Hey, you know, it just occurred to me. If Link can call up thunderstorms at will, you know, there will never be another drought in Hyrule again.
It's also
Well,
going to massively mess with the ecosystem of this desert. And thousands of creatures will die.
And you can use it to mess up people's picnics.
Yeah, and that's why we have Wind Waker. We got carried.
Ouch. Pot to the face.
And it gave you a heart.
Oh, I see what was happening. The pot was tired of being thrown by Link, so it decided to throw itself at Link in revenge.
Rebellion!
Hello, fair townsfolk of Hyrule Town. I have opened a pot store to help you with your daily needs. Dun, dun, dun. Oh god, it's Link! What's everyone talking about? Yay, I'm here! No! Nope, can't do anything.
I'm sorry, but when you said you've opened a pot store, I thought of entirely the wrong kind of pot.
Not legal in Hyrule yet. You have to go all the way over to the Mushroom Kingdom if you want some of that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Whoa. The fuck?
Guess who it is?
Did she come in via parachute or hand glider?
Eh.
Alright, Link, did you remember to bring your sheet music this time? What? No, dude, we're not going to be able to make any progress if you keep forgetting all this shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Requiem of Spirit. Yeah. Basically, the only reason this exists is because is to let you come back here as a kid.
Yup.
So otherwise, it's impossible to get here.
I thought you could get here. You can't get into Gerudo Valley as a kid? Like, at all?
No, you can get to Gerudo Valley, but they won't let you go to that little desert maze area.
Why?
Unless you know
Because
how to sequence break.
Yeah.
so you can't run through the desert as a kid. Okay.
Yeah.
So what happens if you try to leave this area and go back to the desert when as a kid? Will you go in then?
You know, I've actually never tried.
It's the owl.
At least he doesn't say anything.
Oh, I'm not needed here anymore.
Why was the owl even here?
He wanted to give you another tutorial, and then you remember that you were 75% of your way through the game.
A lot of these enemies have weaknesses that never make any sense.
Hey, Sheik, you know, this would be a whole lot easier if I had someone, you know, fighting alongside me and all that shit.
I mean, you are a ninja, so... You can't
What
be
is
that
she
bad.
doing throughout this game?
Giving you music lessons.
Besides that, in between dungeons and shit like that.
It does say that Sheik did save Gerudo from the ice in Zora River. So she's apparently doing something.
This is where I wish the game had a little more, you know, of a
Story.
fleshed out story to keep track of what's happening with Sheik and stuff like that. It's not much, but it, you know, to build character.
Mm-hmm.
To make her seem a bit less contrived, you know.
Yep. Eh,
So now we gotta go all the way back.
yep.
I do find it kind of, kind of creepy how we don't really keep track of what Ganon's doing throughout this entire.
He's not doing anything. He's sitting around being.
Well,
evil.
he's technically already won, so there's really nothing for him to do except sort of sit around and.
Look, he's like Kefka during the second half of Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah,
He sits in his tower waiting for the heroes to get there because he's already taken over the world.
Pretty much, yeah.
Occasionally he shoots a laser at some town or other because he got bored.
But is he aware at all? Like, Link's back.
He's aware.
And he's messing his shit up.
He's aware.
He just doesn't really give a shit because overconfident villain syndrome.
Overconfident, and he's more waiting for Zelda to show up. Because he's.
Well,
really
you'd think that he'd spend some more time looking for her.
Well, she's
I
eluded
mean,
him for
really,
7
when you
years.
own the entire country, it shouldn't be too hard to find her.